Hello and welcome everyone to the Gemini Full Moon Community Ceremony. This is going to be a little different today because we're not going to go through the cards with questions. We're actually going to do a crystalline consciousness technique healing session. If you haven't listened to me before, we are changing things up here, and on our full moon calls, I'm going to try to do some different things to bring in fresh energy for the coming year. So in this session, we're going to focus on a crystalline energy session. I have intentions, and I also have a way to use for you to use the cards that you're going to pick. So let's get started. If you don't know me, my name is Judy Keating, and I work with Bonnie Salomon in an organization called Wise Transformation. And we are two women intent on bringing elemental wisdom and feminine magic back into everyday life. So today I'm going to talk to you about an upcoming event. We're going to call in Sacred Space. We're going to talk about the timing, and then I'm going to have you pick your elemental cards for earth, water, air, fire, and spirit. And then I'm going to do a crystalline consciousness healing session that have intentions that will hopefully help you to clear the decks a little bit as we're in this busy holiday time and preparing for the new year. And we should be together about 60 minutes. So I am so excited that I'm going to present Life Purpose Mastery again. I did it once last year, and I'm now doing it again. And I'm also going to be offering in the future how you can become a Life Purpose Mastery facilitator class. This class that I'm going to do starting January 7th is going to run for 6 weeks. We'll meet every Tuesday and every Thursday for 6 weeks from 12 noon to 1:15 Eastern Standard Time. And all the modules will be recorded, so if you can't be there, you can catch up that way. You will have access to the recordings and all the handouts. This is a class that can get you a certification, which is part of becoming an elemental leader certification. And there will be an announcement for 2 more classes coming soon. But this particular class will help you gain clarity through the astrological archetypes. It'll improve your creativity, understand yourself and others for improved relationships, and so much more. And the price is $222. And if you go to Wise Transformation, you can get the full details. So I just invite you to stomp your feet if you can. We're going to bring ourselves present through behaving like a toddler. And then when you feel like that's complete, go ahead and take a deep breath. And open to the living field of creation that exists all around you. And we ask Earth to join us with good containment, with gratitude for our physical bodies. We ask water to flow and to join us in become clear, clean, and current. And then we call on the element of air, where our belief systems are held and our thoughts, our mental acuity, intelligence of the mental realm. And then we light the fire because we're in Sagittarius sun still. So we light the fire of expanded consciousness. And since we're in Mercury retrograde, we invite the energy of the magic of nonsensical thinking and behaving. We invite the nonlinear angels in spirit that weave creativity in a way that we don't always understand. And we call upon the power of the unified field when we bring our awareness into each elemental realm and weave it together for ourselves. Beautiful. So when we have a full moon and the full moon and a sun, they're in opposite archetypes. And it just so happens that across the wheel from Sagittarius is Gemini. So this is the time to enjoy yourself and to play and have fun. If you got to read the e-zine this week, I introduced you to Meanderville. Meanderville is a place that Geminis live. We wander in the intelligence of our own magic. And I invite you to do that, whatever that looks like for you. So Sagittarius is a fire sign, and it teaches us about expansion. This is a time when we are in the midst of a lot of holidays, no matter what your religious affiliation. There's a lot of parties and there's a lot of demands on your time, and there's a lot of things that we put a lot of energy into. And also, there's the magi. There's the magic of expanded consciousness and what is true for you. This is a great time to get support in expanding your consciousness. So just open to whatever is up for you in your consciousness. Even if that awareness is that you're tired, that awareness needs your attention, meaning you need to rest. It's not all about go, 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 go. It's about resting, rejuvenating. And remember, we're in Mercury retrograde still. So that's a time to rest, remember, recognize what you need. It's a beautiful time. And then we have Gemini. And Gemini is a trickster of sorts. It will bring things to your awareness in a way that hopefully will make you laugh at yourself, because those of us who can laugh at ourselves are constantly amused. And it's a time for self-expression, writing, speaking, connecting to the divine muse through your many creative pursuits. It's a great time to binge watch movies that make you happy. It might be silly to some people. Who cares? And it's also a time to get clear about what you want to communicate and what is lighting you up right now. What news and information? I'm not talking about the news we see about the world. I'm talking about you hear about new thought stuff, or you hear about a craft and you want to go ahead and follow that guidance, to just play like a little child, because in that you will rejuvenate your air realm. So we're going to go ahead and look at the deck, and then I'm going to get feedback from everybody at the very end of the session, because I really would like to hear your voices and your input. But we're going to go through the deck without any prompting, in terms of there won't be any questions or journaling today. So you can choose as many cards as you want. I'm going to go through each of the decks here. In terms of the earth or the physical realm, Take your time. There's no rush. I'm gonna leave the screen up for a couple of minutes. I'm gonna mute myself in case I cough. Just allow yourself to go shopping. What Earth support is saying, hello, look at me. And be sure to write it down because you're going to need it later. When you've got your cards, can you give me a thumbs up or a I've got it in the chart in the chat, just so I know everybody's got their card or cards. It's up to you whether you pick one more than one. Thanks, Kristen. Thanks, Anna. Thank you, Kia. Okay, Alam, I'm going to assume you have yours.
Yes, I do. I was just trying to find a chat thing. I found it. But
Cool.
yes, I'm all
Okay,
set. Thank you.
wonderful. Okay, so now we're going to move on to water without any water, the emotional realm. Sometimes when we look at the cards, we see a card, we go, oh, dang, I don't want that one. That's the one you need to pick.
Hmm.
I just want to say for our audience listening on the recording, if we go too fast, you can always hit the pause button. We'll give you another 30 seconds. Be sure to write them down. Thank you, Kia. Okay. So now we've got earth and water, and we're going to move to air. And remember, the air realm is where Gemini is, which is the full moon. So if you feel like you want to pull more than one card, please do. Thanks, Kristen. And there is no coincidence that I'm doing this on the Gemini full moon call because this is a vibrational attunement modality that we're going to use. Just check the chat. Everybody got one? A couple people have let me know. All right, we're going to move on to fire, which is what Sagittarius is in. So, Anne, we're pulling cards so we can do a CCT session. Glad you're here. And hopefully, right, you're with us and can follow along and grab cards. Whatever is speaking to you right now. And if you can write them down. And if you weren't here in the beginning, you can certainly follow up with a recording if you need to also. Okay, anybody not have a card? Now's your time to speak up. Okay. And lastly, spirit. So be sure before we go on, you've written down your earth card, your water card, your air card, your fire card, and your spirit card. And trust yourself. If you had multiple cards in an arena, we'll still use them. Thanks, Alam. Hey. So the next part of the session is going to be a healing session, which means you get to relax. So if you have all your cards, Just you want to have yourself in a position that you can look at your paper. I'm going to be calling on the card that you pulled. You'll see it'll be obvious. I'll say fire card or earth card, so you'll know. Okay. So you can close your eyes if you want. Make yourself comfortable, move yourself about. And for those of you that have done healing sessions with me in the past, you may have had to move your hands. I'm doing a larger one today, so you don't have to do anything. You just get to rest. And if you take a nap, that's perfectly acceptable. But go ahead and just close your eyes and imagine for just a moment that you're wiping your mind clean. You can imagine you have a whiteboard in front of you and you're wiping off all the things that are bothering you right now. And you're looking at the blank slate. And we're going to start with that visual as I call in the fields. I ask to place the vibration of opening in your individual crystalline energy field and in our crystalline group field. I ask to place the healing chambers in the appropriate order for this Gemini full moon healing session in your individual crystalline energy field and in our crystalline group field. I ask to place the vibration of the intentions that I have in front of me for this session in your individual crystalline energy field and in our crystalline group field. I ask to place the vibration of the 23 crystal vibrations, the 11 universal needs, and mastery in your individual crystalline energy field and in our crystalline group field. I asked for you to connect to the crystalline grids of the planet. I ask for you to connect and to connect you to the crystalline energy field. Now, with that blank slate, you can just see if anything appears on the slate as we do this work. I invoke opening at your head, heart, waist, solar plexus, and low belly, and feet. An opening is a place that we can align with where all the solutions live. So just imagine your highest self is moving right into alignment with crystalline consciousness. And you might notice that your body relaxes. I invoke a dual empowerment, multidimensional time healing chamber at your head, heart, waist, solar plexus and low belly and feet in your individual crystalline energy field and in our crystalline group field. The healing chambers are aligned with the elements and with sacred geometry. And they help us to clear out any chaos that might be in our way of achieving the intentions. And you don't have to understand that. You can just energetically understand that it's just clearing anything in the way. We don't have to know what it is. That's the gift here. There's no story. There's just allowing. And I'll be in silence now. I invoke a flower of life healing chamber at your head, heart, waist, solar plexus, and low belly and feet. So if you don't have them right next to you, I would just want to invite you to have your list of cards now in a place that you can glance at them as you need it. I ask to anchor in the following intentions as stated. Embody stability and healthy boundaries with whatever your earth card is. So these are going to be individuated intentions based on the card you pulled. I'm going to say it again. Embody stability and healthy boundaries with, and all you need to do is know what the earth card was. You don't have to hold it in your mind or anything. Just allow this intention. Invite emotional clarity and adult ego states with, and look to see what your water card is. And just put that word in your mind. Invite emotional clarity and adult ego states with whatever your water card was. Just allow these intentions to move through you. And notice what you feel. You might feel some body sensations. You might tear up. You might have a scratchy throat like me. Expand the vision of your life for your highest good with whatever your air card is. And you're just inviting the vibration of that air card to help you. That's why I'm having you pull each of the cards. It's the vibration of the energy of the card. Encourage growth and transformation to become the most alive you with whatever the fire card is. Receive support, love, and the next deepest relationship with the divine through whatever your card is. Receive love, deeper relationship, and support from spirit with the help of whatever your card is. I invoke mastery at your navel, feet, and crown. Mastery is all about compiling all of these shifts to a new place so that you have a new level from which to begin. So just allow mastery to, the vibration of mastery to move through your system. Okay, in the new earth energies, so it is. I'm going to give you a little bit of time here. We've got some more time, so I'm going to ask you to take a minute to journal. I'm going to put some music on. What were your takeaways from the healing session? What did you notice? What did you receive? Okay, coming to a close. We'll turn the music off. This is meant to just inform whatever you got is meant to inform the intentions that you're going to write for the Gemini full moon, which is occurring on Sunday. So you have a little time. And if anyone would like to share, I'd certainly be open to hearing whatever you got. How was it for you? How are you feeling? Is
Are
anybody
we
awake out there?
are we muted or can we speak?
You may speak.
Yeah, I wrote, I want to thank you so much because it felt wonderful. I wrote everything and everyone needed for me to move forward and continue my earth journey is within me now. I am comforted and safe. I am supported.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing, Alam.
You're welcome. Thank you for getting me to this point. I am so grateful for you.
Oh, thanks. I can receive that. Kia, wonderful to see you.
Yeah, I think I can share too.
Mhm.
I got many cards, and I find that those cards are for me to contemplate more about.
Mhm.
Maybe going deeper in them, and maybe do something playful, like a ceremony, doing a series of pictures uh, with associations I give from the cards.
Hmm.
So thank you. That's
Wonderful
nice.
idea. Yeah. Appreciate you sharing that. Hey,
Hi, Judy.
hello, Kristen.
This was so good. I needed a little break. So I think just being able to receive and play in this energy was so good. It just felt really good.
Uh,
And what I received was this reminder that with all the elements, they continue to support my embodied wholeness. And that was my earth card. Um, and I actually pulled several fire cards, and it was all about the more I spark my own sexual energy, I can grow and release. And then in that, the water supported me to be able to float in my emotions, not allowing them to bring me down or sink
mm,
in them, and allowing them to guide me. And
Beautiful.
Spirit, I actually pulled twice because the card like came out, it just kind of like threw out at me,
Mhm.
was the power of choice. And I think I've been really navigating some interesting things with power of choice. And it was like a permission slip from Spirit, like you have the power of choice. And this goes right along with your embodied wholeness. So,
Mm,
so this felt really
beautiful.
good. Thank you for
Yeah.
today.
Yeah. Wonderful. Hmm. Well, my hope was that this would give everyone sort of a little bit of nourishment in this time of fire and air and busy. And I am going to try to offer things like this at every full moon. So in January for it's technically not, it'll be the Cancer um, full moon. And I'm probably going to try to do a little coaching. So I'm giving people a heads up that if you want to come and play, um, we won't go too intimately, but just broadly, if you have some issues that you might like some help with, the elements have some answers, and there's some clearing and initiating I can do through the elemental realm. So that's what I want to bring in the January full moon. But meanwhile, we have the Capricorn new moon coming. It's actually on the 30th. So I'm going to do the call on December 29th at 10 a.m. I know that's early, but we all have plans. And if you can't be here, know that you can listen to the recording. It'll be just as effective. But this will be a standard call where we'll pull cards and journal with questions. And it's a Sunday. So um, thank you for coming today. Thank you for participating today. It was really helpful to have all of you here. Um, and if you're listening to the recording, know that you are appreciated. And if anyone has any suggestions of what else they would like to receive on these calls, I'm very open. But I am going to try to offer more healing, more coaching, more group things that are new, different, fun, hopefully, in the coming year. But I wish you the very best. I hope you have a brilliant, brilliant holiday season and that you are good to yourself. So I will see you again. Be well.
Thank you. Be
Bye.
well.
Thank you.
You.
Thank you. Thank you.
Great. I'll be in touch,
It
Kia.
was nice to be with you again.
Beautiful.